Time to wrap up an excellent first weekend of football. What better way to do it with the Monday night opener? And we're underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the #3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
There's just something special about week one, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Rams offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to event.
The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive. So they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Darnold. This one snagged by Smith and Jigba. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Automatic 1st down.
So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. In trouble, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, here's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake, and you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run the toss with Walker. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Right side, complete to Nakua. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Here's Ethan Evans now as he is on to punt for the Rams. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
So quarter 1 in the books. The opening Monday nighter of this new season. 6-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. They go play action with Stafford. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Higbee. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build a throw left side, going to be intercepted.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. This one intercepted. Into space. He's to the 40. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seattle. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks extend their advantage to 13-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford to the left side, and Adams has it. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Stafford. This one grabbed by Nakua. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Byron Murphy there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. It's another run here for Williams. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw is Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. To the air again, Stafford. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Stafford to throw again. The open man is Nakua. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Throwing again is Stafford. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 15.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception. But in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue. Because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. On the ground is Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Throwing, Darnold. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. Working out of the gun, Stafford gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. And now we've got an injured player after that last play. Ooh, it's Devontae Adams who's having some trouble. Stafford will throw here on 3rd. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Play action now for Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Stafford. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 13-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line. They run with Walker. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
Offense.
The tight end Fant in motion. On play action, here's Darnold. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Cup in motion. Darnold now to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Darnold to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. First and 10 now from the 36. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Again, it's Stafford. That is caught at the 3. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now
that is caught by the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. A shotgun run now with Walker. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now whistles here, and a penalty. Looks like somebody moved early up front. The run up the middle, it's Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That's to Atwell. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They face 2nd down and 7. They run over center with Williams. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. Here's 3rd and 7. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Walker. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run here with Walker. And a nice run. He's got a 1st down tackle made right at the 35-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Here's Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That is brought in at the 10. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This a potential game winner. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. There's that man again, another catch. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Now on 2nd and long. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.